A man is in hospital tonight after surviving a vicious dog attack yesterday that left him with serious injuries to his face, arms, and legs. The incident taking place yesterday while the victim was at a friend's residence off of Carmichael Road. Police say following the attack, the man was transported to hospital for further medical care. As for the dog, he's now in custody of animal control. As dog attacks are reportedly occurring more frequently, dog behavioral therapist Devlin Stubbs says pet owners can try a few simple tips to avoid aggressive behavior towards their guests.
When dogs come into the home, when I train, I have an easy routine to train your dog. And one of the exercises in the routine is called the greeting. Pretty much what you want to do is get your dog trained up on basic obedience so that they understand when you say yes. That's not like markers. They understand when you say no. Your dog is on leash because it's a beginner. Off leash is like calculus to a primary school. As simple as, I want you to sit and say hi, but your dog is off leash, you just ask a more complicated question than your dog is ready for.
Last year, a cancer survivor was also brutally attacked by 4 pit bulls that left her critically injured. Stubbs says there are tips that can make encounters with dogs go much smoother.
If you get a high-value treat these dogs are carnivores. So let's say you're comfortable with your dog eating steak or a hot dog or cheese. Some dogs love carrot. You find that high-value treat for your dog. Not usually processed treats, although a lot of dogs love processed treats. You want to get a high-value treat and allow that person to... What I do when I'm in a situation such as that is I would throw the treat on the ground at first, in the presence of the owner and the dog. The dog smells the treat, my scent on the treat. The dog eats some of the treat, and then it says, I don't know if he's so bad. He's throwing food out here, and this is good stuff.
So the bottom line is to use a leash, use obedience techniques, and use rewards. But if your guest is just flat out scared of dogs, he says this.
What I usually recommend is if this person's coming over and they're not going to help our obedience goals, then they don't get to meet the dog.
Now, police also reminded members of the public that all dogs should be licensed and can visit the Department of Agriculture on Gladstone Road to pay the requisite fee of $6.72. Failure to license your animal will result in the owner being fined in the amount of $250. Asked if he believes stiffer penalties should be implemented in that regard, Stubbs says this.
The fine could be raised. Stiffer penalties would make some people stop and think. Listen, I ain't got $3,000. You know what I mean? I better, mommy or honey, baby, we got to get rid of this dog. We got to find a home that's suitable. Maybe we shouldn't get this dog if we realize, because if the dog get out and it bites somebody at $3,000 and we trying to bill. However, the stray dog problem or the dog policing problem in the country, I think, is much deeper than the bad seeds. I think as a country, we haven't invested enough into the infrastructure required to police the issue.
He says that entails having more feet on the ground and facilitating more infrastructure to accommodate a growing stray dog population here in the capital. He also suggests that offering basic obedience training in schools as an extracurricular activity can also help the public when they're encountered by an aggressive stray dog. Leah Cooper, Eyewitness News.